அருஷ் பிரபாகரன் அவர்கள் பிரித்தானியாவின் வேல்ஸ் பகுதியிலிருந்து புதிய உலக அரசியல் ஒழுங்குமுறையில் ஈழத்தமிழர்களின் முக்கியத்துவமும் ஐநாவின் பொறுப்புகளும் என்ற தலைப்பில் இங்கே உரையாற்றுவார்.
Thank you, Ms. Hatziharadhanagam, activist Italy. Now I kindly ask Mr. Arush Prabharan, political analyst, to speak on the importance of Ulam Tamils in the New World Order and the UN's accountability process in Sri Lanka.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are participating in a conference organized by the Council of Ulam Tamils United Kingdom. But this conference coincided with the 14th anniversary marking the death of tens of thousands of Tamil people killed in genocide carried out by the Sri Lankan government. It was the biggest genocide of the 21st century that has taken place, but the victims are still struggling for the justice. The Internal Review Panel on United Nations Action in Sri Lanka, commissioned by the former UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, published on November 2012, found serious failing in the conduct of UN officials and institutions during the final months of war. The internal review written by former UN official Charles Petrie also found fault with the UN Security Council. United Nations cannot just say that the system failed without explaining who was the responsible for that system. In 2009, the Sri Lankan government committed biggest genocide in 21st century, but until today, neither the United Nations nor the international community has taken into account. And they have not come forward to punish the Sri Lankan government or give the justice to the victims. This has been painfully imprinted on the mind all of the Tamil people living in the world. It has caused distrust in the United Nations and the international community. We record here with the pain even when the United Nations Human Rights Council passed many resolutions that the Sri Lankan government did not respect it. The West and United Nations deceive the Tamil people, giving the time to Sri Lanka again and again. Even though United Nations has reported that less than 10,000 people have been killed in the last year war in Ukraine, the speed of Western resolution in support of Ukraine is high. But that the fact is, this speed has not been seen in relation to the Tamil people. Where tens of thousands of Tamil people have been killed, has further pained the Tamil people of the world. The Sri Lankan government does not respect the resolution of United Nations, continue to threaten the Tamil people by using the Prevention Act of Terrorism Act, systematically exploiting the lands of Tamil people and destroying their cultural heritage and destroying the homeland of the Tamil people. Even the decision given by the Tamil people in the Sri Lankan Court of Justice is not respected by Sri Lankan British monk or the police. The government support their action. That means Tamil peoples are denied justice in Sri Lanka. The denial of justice to an ethnic group means the ethnic groups doomed to extinct in that country. We are starting to realize that India and West, who have always promised to bring the political solution and justice to the Tamil people, continue to deceive us. But today the world order is changing. The international community can generally be divided between the East and West. But this bipolar world is generally moving into the one is the multipolar. The developing nations are starting to emerge as a collective power both politically and economically. With the rise of China after the transatlantic financial crisis in 2009-2008, the global power system has increasingly become bi-multipolar rather than uni-multipolar, or become the old bipolar system of the Cold War era. While the US and China are the big powers today, there are many other nations capable of retaining their strategic autonomy, at least secure their adequate space for their independent foreign policy. This would certainly include Russia, India, Brazil, France, and South Africa, and could be potentially including Germany and Japan. Apart from those countries, many other countries may seek to utilize the opportunity provided by East-West rivalry to pursue their own national development and their security interests. Meanwhile, the importance of the Indo-Pacific region is felt in the world. The Tamils, deceived for the past 14 years, are waiting to absorb the current change. Tamils should present with unity, integrity, their demands to all the members countries of the United Nations. Regional superpowers such as India and China, and global superpowers such as America and Russia are no exception to this. Sri Lanka's strategic location at the crossroad of busy shipping routes linking Asia to Africa and Europe has become an important arena of geopolitical and maritime competition between regional and global superpowers in recent years. Over the past years, Sri Lanka has become more important even to the United States and India. This was confirmed when the head of the United States Central Intelligence Agency paid a secret visit to Sri Lanka on last February. The Indo-Pacific has emerged as a key theater for the engagement with the return of great power competition. Asia is undergoing major power and military transition, potentially shifting the regional balance. The regional and world superpowers know that the north and east of Sri Lanka are important for the geopolitical rivalry. Therefore, they cannot ignore the value of the Tamils who are native to those areas. We know all that the Sri Lankan government continues to deceive these countries. The Tamil people will not want Sri Lankan government and its allied countries to use their territories without consent of Tamil people. The Tamil nation will travel together with the countries and parties who accept our sovereignty, support our political rights, and support us to getting justice for our people who suffered from genocide. Diplomacy is an essential tool required to operate successfully in today's international system. Exploring contemporary diplomacy against the changing nature of the world politics is important for survival of the nation or ethnic groups. The Tamils will gratefully extend their support to the countries that travel with Tamils. Please support us. Save Tamil from genocide. Thank you.